Welcome to the Expert Edge. This is the show where we bring on experts in their different fields of health and wellness, and we hear their stories and learn what they see working in the field of diabetes prevention as well as reversal. And so I'm happy to introduce today's expert, Guy Siverson. Welcome, Guy.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Guy is a licensed massage therapist, and he's currently in the process of getting certified in medical massage as well. He and his wife, Irene, are co-founders of Graceful Touch Massage Therapy in Rapid City, South Dakota. They also carry their own product line with over 60 different alternative remedy solutions for a number of concerns and conditions, including things like A1C stabilization, back pain, hair loss, hearing deficiencies, and more. But Guy, I would just love for you to tell me a little bit more about how you got started with your interest in health and lifestyle.
Kicking and screaming.
Okay.
Well, for me, the last thing in the world that I would say, yeah, hey, I'm going to do that, would be massage therapy. I'll also say this as we preface forward, it's been the best thing in the world that I've ever done in my life as a position.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to 2015, I was in another business as a digital marketer. And as a digital marketer, I had no commute because I would get up in the morning, go to the recliner, and I'd be at work for the next 16, 20 hours. I liked it, but my body started to complain years later. The way it complained was through blood pressure. 265 over 125.
That's a little scary.
Yeah, that's not good. Those are not good numbers, especially for somebody that is a naturopathic vegan like myself. If I was going to fix it, it required me to fix it. And so I started to look at different things. One of the things I looked at was I got to get myself up and moving. So I started doing more exercise and whatnot. And at this particular time, we were also part of a ministry that helped people with health. And here I am, I have a health problem. Well, that ministry, it became clear that it was time for us to leave after about 2 years. And we knew that we needed to leave in April or May. Didn't know where we were going to go because, quite honestly, at that point, we didn't have a lot of income. So my wife said, well, people have always told me, that I'd be a great massage therapist. The only problem is she's got dyslexia. And because of her dyslexia, she knew she would never be able to pass the tests or the board exams and such. Well, we started pursuing the avenue of massage therapy for her and found a school that was starting a program in May. Interestingly enough, they had never had a second program in a year except for the year that we went. And we went and joined their school for her, but in the process, they had offered for both of us to go to school. Me, a massage therapist? Not a chance. I'm a communicator. I have psychology background. That's what I do. But I found out as I started to dive in a very other me. But before that, when we got on the campus, the science teacher came up to me and he said, I'm really concerned about your wife. I said, why are you really concerned about my wife? Well, because she's got dyslexia. I don't know that she can pass my class, let alone my tests. And I told him, you're absolutely right. She has dyslexia. But she's also got a purpose. She's also got a passion. She's also got a pursuit. You will have no trouble with my wife, but you do have a problem in your class. Given that I had not been to his class yet, he wanted to know what the problem was. That was easy. I said, sir, you're looking at it. Because unlike my wife, I don't have a purpose, a passion, or a pursuit. I just want to wish you luck as we get started down this path of massage training. I've covered a little bit there. Do you have any questions before I continue forward?
No, keep going. I want to hear more about how this evolved.
Fair enough. Well, I got into anatomy as one of the classes, and suddenly my eyes were open in ways that I had never realized before. I came to realize how beautifully made these bodies are of ours. And I fell in love with anatomy. Last thing in the world I would have thought, if I could go back and tell my 19-year-old self something to do, it would have been to head this direction a lot sooner. But I didn't know then what I learned at 50 plus.
Right.
Right. And so now we are taking the class and whatnot. About halfway through the class, God speaks to me. And God says, go look for work. Well, you know, God doesn't necessarily understand the dynamics, I guess, of things down here on earth. And so I took that opportunity to help God out by letting him know that there is not a chance that anyone, anywhere, in any field would hire a halfway graduated anyone. Well, his response back was, go look for work. I went out onto one of the job sites out there, and I found a company that would look for clients for you, and then you would pay them based on the clients that they sent.
Mm-hmm.
I called them up. We hit it off. Everything was going great. And then this happened. They asked where my office was. Office? I have no office. I'm a student and a broke one at that. They said, well, if you don't have an office, we can't work with you. My wife's sitting in the background, hearing this conversation take place. And she said, and she hears me say, send me the paperwork. I'm going to enter into this contract with you. I will have an office in 2 weeks. How that was going to happen, I had not a clue. He sent me the paperwork. I filled it out, and I said, Lord, you brought us to massage therapy. Now I need you to show us how we're supposed to move forward.
Mm.
We went on a chair massage outing in Shadron, Nebraska. Shadron, Nebraska is flat. I'm from the Pacific Northwest. I love my mountains. There was a lady there that was talking about water. I didn't want to talk about water. I wanted to talk about massage. She wanted to talk about water. Well, I called her the crazy water lady. And as we were dialoguing and whatnot, I came up with a plan. I'd ask her for a business card. She'd give me her business card. And then she would think that she won and she'd leave me alone. I did. She did. And it worked seamlessly. My plan was a success until I got home. When I got home, I was going through the paperwork and whatnot of the event, and her business card surfaced. And that's when God said, call her. It was my opportunity to help God out again. I said, God, I come from the Pacific Northwest. That's where there's a lot of mountains. I love the Black Hills because at least there's hills. Shadron, Nebraska's flat. I don't do flat. Call her. I picked up the phone, gave her a call. Guess what the crazy water lady wanted to talk about?
Let me guess. Water?
You got it. I didn't want to talk about water. I wanted to talk about my anatomy class that I needed to be studying for. She wanted to talk about water. I wanted to talk about anatomy. I turned to God and I said, "Why do you have me in this call?" And that's when she said, I have a couple people in Rapid City that own a water store.
Mm.
Wait a minute. Water store, hydration, hydrotherapy, massage. Suddenly, guess who wants to talk about water? Me. We meet and we hit it off right away. And we decide we're going to work together. And then they said, because we understand your financial situation and whatnot, you owe no rent for the first 6 months
Mm.
unless you start doing really well. We started paying them after 3 months. That is where Graceful Touch was born. Now, there's more interesting down this road, but I want to go ahead and give you the opportunity to kind of steer the vehicle a little bit. Where would you like to take this call?
That is so interesting how like God worked in your life to lead you into massage and helped you find a lead generation machine and also a place to do the massage so that you were able to start getting established even before you graduated. I think that's so amazing. And as you did that, now it's been like, how long is it that you have been doing this work?
So we graduated in November, late November, 2018. We also
Okay.
did our first client late November 2018. It's been 5 years.
Okay. All righty. So, in those 5 years, I am guessing you have worked with a lot of people with a lot of different health problems. And I would love to hear, as you have like looked back at your experience and some of your previous clients that maybe were dealing with blood sugar issues, high blood pressure, a lot of these things go together, right? Inflammation in the body, circulatory issues. What was it that how was it that you saw massage helping them with these kinds of chronic diseases? Because we don't often think about massage. I mean, like most people, when they think about massage, you're going to go, oh, yeah, I want to relax. But I would like to know more about what you've seen as a health impact on your clients as you've been doing this work with them.
Well, in the world that we live in today, we tend to be a very sedentary society. In fact, that's what had gotten me in trouble with the blood pressure in the first place. Very sedentary, but very connected in to the network or internet, shall we say. As we sit at our desk, as we sit at our computer, as we sit wherever we're sitting, our body starts responding in bad ways and saying, this body here needs some help. And one of those helps that it needs is circulation.
Hmm.
If you're sitting, just not doing anything in a very sedentary process throughout an entire day, that's not very good on the circulatory system.
Mm-hmm.
Even if a person is still going through that process, if they'll go in and get a massage, then they will find that massage will start to help the circulatory system, help the lymphatic system to start to flow better. That
Mm.
way, when they get up in the morning and they got the backache that's hurting, or they try and stand,
Yeah.
they don't have to deal with pain as much in order to get motivated to do things like exercise and go about living a normal life, which is going to help their body in the
Mm.
process to recover and feel better because they've built
Mm.
that whole system in.
It reminds me of one of my favorite phrases, which is perfect health depends upon perfect circulation.
Well,
And,
absolutely.
we think about our blood circulation often, but we don't talk as much about lymph circulation. Tell me about massage and its impact on our lymph. and why that's beneficial.
Well, so when you're talking about massage, a lot of times people think deep tissue massage, which I'm adamantly against. Swedish massage, we actually do what's called a muscle therapy, but um, but they don't think about the fact that their leg is swollen. They are just trying to figure out how to get out of pain or into better relaxation.
Mm-hmm.
Leg swollen, well, I need to take some kind of diuretic, or well, I need to do something in order to get that swelling down. Well, as you release the lymph nodes, which on camera, the lymph nodes are up here in the armpit, are here. There's others on your leg and whatnot. As you release those lymph nodes for the individual, their swollen leg goes away
Mm.
because it's now flowing better. It's now smooth, a more smooth process than what it had been previously.
Mm-hmm. So often, I know many people don't even realize that this lymph system is similar to our blood system in that it's connected to all parts of our body, and it's a system of like tubes and connections between centers of lymph nodes and other centers of lymph nodes, but those are really very shallow in the body. So it's like massage can really be effective in moving lymph fluid around, and that helps us with our immune system. It helps with fluid drainage, like you're talking about the swollen leg, maybe other swollen areas. Having that kind of drainage is going to be really helpful. So I think that's an important piece that people may not think about when they think about massage and its effects. But I can see where that could be really, really helpful to someone that has impaired not just blood circulation, but lymph circulation. And as you've worked with your clients in these areas, what are some of the other aspects that you like to explore with them that can help the massage to actually have a better impact and impact them really positively in terms of disease prevention or reversal?
So when you come in and get a massage, it can be just the 60 minutes. You're laying on the table, getting a massage 60, 90, 120 minutes. It can be that without a doubt. But you're doing yourself a little bit more favor if you start adding things in. How
Mm,
much sunshine are you getting?
mm,
That helps because as your body starts to process that vitamin D, then your massage is going to respond accordingly. How much hydration are you getting? That
mm,
helps because as you're bringing the fluid in and allowing both the lymphatic and the blood circulation systems to respond correctly, your body is more able to meet at a deeper level the massage process.
mm-hmm.
As you start adding these things in, are you eating a dozen donuts at the start of the day? Well, I think that's going to affect your blood level.
Yeah.
Uh, whereas if you're taking a plant-based approach, or looking at it, okay, what is it I'm putting into my body? You are, I've heard it said, what you eat. I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
Not only what you eat, but also what you drink. If you are going out and you're getting those monster drinks, what do you think that's going to do to your blood sugar?
Mm,
If you're going out and you're drinking pop and whatnot, what do you think that's going to do to your blood sugar? What I typically drink all day long is water. And you think, well, that's so bland and everything. My body's used to it. You need to teach your body what you want to give it rather than your body telling you what it wants.
and I think that's a good point that many people think about. Well, I'll get liquids, right? So I'm going to hydrate with soda, tea, coffee, maybe water, juice, etc. Of all of the different beverages, which one, in your experience, is the best hydrator?
Water,
Mm,
water.
you
I
know,
mean, coffee is not a hydrator.
no, it's
Pop
not.
is not a hydrator. Gatorade, sorry, sports guys, is not a hydrator.
Mhm.
Water is.
Yeah, and that's what I think our bodies really need. And so many of us aren't getting as much as we need because it gets pushed out either by our busyness or drinking other kinds of beverages and so on. And I think that is a really important piece for people to realize that actually by staying hydrated, you will have better numbers when it comes to blood sugar, and it will help you in so many other ways. Any other
And
things that,
I think
yeah,
along with that, if I could just jump in here for a minute,
yeah, do that.
I think along with that, we want to be sure of the water source,
Mm,
because you can go out and get one of those plastic containers, Desante, Aquafina. Guys, those are put out by Coke and Pepsi. How much do you think they are involved in the health game? But and not only with that, but with the plastic bottles like that, that plastic can slough off into the water. So you're not only drinking water, you're drinking plastic.
mm.
I just
And you
don't think
know,
plastic's a good idea.
mm, and it does really increase our toxin load when we add things like that. And I think that, you know, many people have heard this now, but not everybody. And that is when water or any other liquid is stored in plastic bottles, especially if they get heated, like they get left in the car or, you know, in the sunshine and those sorts of things, you can actually have quite significant leakage of chemicals right into your water that can then produce toxins and act as toxins in your body and give your body a bigger load when it's trying to heal and trying to get better. So paying attention to those, I think, can be really important. So thank you for bringing that up.
Heated or cold.
Mm.
Both of those do the same thing. But hey, I keep my water in the bottles in a nice tempered room and whatnot, so that's not going to happen.
So when you
Well,
say your bottles, you're talking about like glass bottles?
oh no, I'm talking about, okay, I've got these plastic bottles. I keep them in my house and whatnot. These plastic bottles. It's never too cold and never too warm.
Mm.
Okay, I can accept that, but where'd that bottle come from before it got to you?
Yeah. So what do you, when you have like you buy a water bottle, for example, just to help you stay hydrated during the day, what are some of the materials that would be better choices than the plastic?
Stainless steel.
Okay. And
I
and, and I know some people that do glass too. I
glass
think
is
glass is
good.
pretty inert, so
Yeah.
that's probably a good safe container as well. But yeah,
And
I always go for the stainless steel as well because it won't break when I drop it, and
right,
yes, and you're not going to have all that chemical leaching that you will get from the plastic. So those are really great points. I have often, like my son is also a medical massage therapist, and I remember him talking to me about how when people are dealing with trying to detox, and actually like just the process of massage can release toxins. So how do we like help to process those toxins that might be released from our own tissues post massage? Do you have any like tips for people to actually optimize their massage session?
yeah, we've been talking about it. Water.
So drink a lot after, especially after a massage session, right?
In fact, drink a lot before a massage session.
Mm,
You know, the more hydrated you are going into a massage, the easier the individual will be at working through the process for
mm,
you. Not only water, but the
mm.
other thing that I would really recommend, you know, we've been thinking of water, talking about water as it relates to drinking it. After a massage, especially if it's a traditional deep tissue massage, which I don't recommend, um, if after a massage, go get some Epsom salt, two
Mm.
cups of it, put it in a tub, get in the tub. You might want to
Mm.
fill it with something. Oh, I don't know what. Water?
Okay, so an Epsom salt bath after the massage can also help. Is that part of the detox?
Yeah, it's definitely part of the detox, because not only do we flush out through our bowel system and whatnot, but we sweat. Sweat
Mm,
is a place where you have things coming out. Your whole body is detoxing during the process, not just your bowels and that
Mm-hmm.
sort of thing. So that is part of it.
Oh, I think that's really helpful because, if you're going to go invest in a massage, those aren't necessarily cheap, and you
Yep.
want to get all of the benefits you can get out of it. So going in hydrated, drinking lots of water, doing a Epsom salt bath afterwards are all ways you can optimize the beneficial effects of massage for your health. I love that. I appreciate you sharing that. Um, is exercise something that might be important for your clients in between treatments? What do you like to talk to them about in that respect?
No, I think that people should be as sedentary as they possibly can between treatments without any movement. Yeah, probably not, you
That
know.
sounds a little tongue in cheek to me.
Yeah, I tell you what, right? So what you do want to do is, even if you can get 20 minutes of exercise on a daily basis, and I'm not talking, climbing Mount Everest. I'm talking taking a nice uh, healthy walk in your neighborhood, going
Mhm,
for a swim, doing bike riding. It doesn't need to be complicated. There's
mhm,
those sports people out there that want to, just really go the next distance and do a triathlon and one. You don't need to be one of those in order to improve your health. In fact, you can improve your health sometimes better than they have because they're not following proper protocol, even though they look all buff and everything like that. And sometimes they run into serious medical issues because they've been over targeting the process.
mm. I think those are all great points to remember. And one of the things I loved is as we were talking right before, or sometime before our interview, you had mentioned that you wanted to offer a free gift to the people that are listening to our video today. And
Mhm.
this is a free guide where people can learn how to use massage right in their own home. You want to tell us just a minute or two about that?
Sure. Basically, what it is we have put together a guide that can go over helping your loved one, whether it be a child, a spouse, a parent, helping other people that to feel better through massage. Now that it's packaged as give your man a massage, and so it's packaged in the concept of giving your spouse a massage, but you can use the same material
Mm,
for children, adult, parents, friends.
yeah.
It's not specific to that one genre.
I think that just reflects your background in digital marketing, and you've got a great hook on that one. So so you can just click on the link that's in the description below this video, and Guy will be happy to send you this free guide of how you can use massage with your loved ones in your own family, and get your own copy for free. You can let Guy know where to send it to you, and then he'll be happy to send it out so that you can have that blessing of massage and give the blessing to people around you. So I appreciate you being generous and wanting to share that with us. And we've learned some really interesting things today about the role of massage in our health. And so I want you to be thinking about, well, what's a way that you might be able to take advantage of some of these ideas that Guy has shared with us today and get some of those benefits for yourself, whether it's about the detox, the relaxing so that your stress levels are lower, all of those things that we know have a direct effect on your body's metabolism and blood sugars. So I just want to say thank you for being with us here today, Guy. This has been great. And remember, to all of our listeners, that health is wealth and it comes by choice, not by chance. So thank you for listening and participating with us today.